At first, I thought he was going to say that the rotor was bent and that the front wheel was locking up, but he didn't mention that.
Yeah, you know, there might have been a piece of dirt on the wheel that'll throw it off and make it wobble. You see that. Sometimes you get some mud on there. Obviously, not much mud on there, but and with his injuries that he's had the last few years, quite honestly, I don't blame him.
Right, and with the Monster Energy Supercross season just, you know, weeks away from getting started in Anaheim at the beginning of January, he has to keep that in the back of his mind.
This is a man of the hour right here.
Boy, and what, you know, you talked about it earlier, everything he has already won this year.
Yeah, he's working on the perfect season, man.
What a year.
No, this Supercross season, Supercross Championship, Motocross Championship, Motocross of Nations Championship, and if he wraps this up, you can't win anymore.
Hey, in my career, it was up and down. There were some bright spots, there were some low spots. Ricky, you had a pretty consistent high spot going, but you know what I really enjoyed about when you were in those moments, you know, if it was the first year of winning championships, you don't know if there's ever going to be a second year. And like with this opportunity here to be at this event, this inaugural Monster Energy Cup, you never know if there's going to be another one. You know, I'm saying, you know, as far as the rider. And so you got to go out and you got to be focused and you got to race every opportunity that you have. I mean, the thing that I always wonder about, too, is only a few years ago when Villopoto had that really bad wrist injury, and they took out the navicular. And I remember hearing that, hey, you know, his wrist might only last a few years until the bones start moving around. Well, are we into that situation? You know.
I'll tell you what, the way he's riding, if I'm Ryan Villopoto, I was wishing Anaheim was next week.
Oh.
You know, because he just looks like he is so in the zone.
Yeah, but I don't think Ryan Villopoto is wishing that.
No,
right now.
Physically, he probably would like the break, but boy, he looks like he is on the top of his game. Which also brings up a question too, Ricky, which falls right in your lap because you've had seasons like this. And we see it in other sports where a team wins a Super Bowl or World Series, and then they have that bit of a championship hangover, and it's tough to repeat the next year. What does Villopoto have to do over these next 10 weeks before the Monster Energy Supercross season begins to stay in the zone he's in tonight?
Yeah, he has a lot to do. Well, number one, he's going to want to take a break, and then before you know it, it's time to start testing, and you start your training camp, you know, to prepare for 2012. So you really don't have much time.
But what did you do mentally to keep yourself focused like that?
Well, you just plan on things, and you put yourself in a position where you know where you have to be and things you did wrong the year before, you know, the previous year, and where you can improve. That's what I would do.
Final lap, Jeff.
A couple laps ago, Dungey was up around 9 seconds. Dungey's actually closed it down to about 7 right now. I wonder if Dungey's found some better lines. Villopoto doesn't seem to be slacking off at all at this point, but Dungey's right there. This is a solid ride because he had to come past, you know, a couple guys in that first one and kind of struggle. But hey, Dungey's setting himself up for this final race here. Now Villopoto will get first gate pick in this one, and if I'm Dungey, I'm going, okay, if I feel comfortable, I'm going for it in this third main.
Checkered flag. He's 2/3 of the way to the Monster Million. Ryan Villopoto has done it again. Dungey improves from race number 1, a second here in race number 2.
And only finishes 6.5 seconds off the lead that time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't give the million away quite yet. We still have one more main event to go.
Because if you can't win it, Ricky.
Hey, if you can't win it, wreck someone that can.
There you go.
There you go.
And there is the Monster Million. All right, Aaron, he's got 2 of the 3.
That's right, he does. Cool, calm, collected still. Ryan Villopoto. Ryan, you are just charging it out of the gate. Are you doing something special to get these amazing starts?
No, you know, just staying focused. It's tough, short start, so start is everything out here, and one more to go. Like I said, the goal is here to leave here healthy. If I win, then great. If not, gave it a good shot.
2 for 2, one step closer to that Monster Million.
22 pounds worth of $100 bills.
Wow.
Well, he said that's really what he wanted. The trophy's nice. the $1 million is so much better. And when you just got married, man, there's a lot of things you can do with the $1 million, right?
Yeah, but you get both. You get the money and the first name on the cup.
Yeah. There it is. That's what's on the line. Download the free Speed app for your phone. Keep speed at your fingertips and fuel your passion for racing between events with Speed on your phone. You get the latest stats, results, news, all of it as soon as it becomes available. Just download the app from iTunes or the Android market now. Back in action with the Amateur All-Stars. This is Justin Hill. Now, in race number 1 with this class, we saw Zach Bell on the 100 dominate. Justin Hill now putting on the show here in Moto number 2. This is the younger brother of Supercross star Josh Hill.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot of skills. I spoke with Josh last weekend about him, and he says, man, you should see him at the Supercross track. So now we're getting to see the opportunity.
I like his style. Dude, he's silky smooth. He's making it happen. Dude, he flows so good.
Yeah, and Bell, who won the first moto, was back in 6th. He's gone down, but this class has kind of been switch-swapped around there, and that just tells you how much talent is in this Amateur All-Star. Now, these are A and B riders riding 254-stroke bikes.
Of course, big brother Josh still recovering from his injury. Spoke with him earlier today. He said he's back to riding. He's been on the 2011 bike. Just been on it for a couple of weeks now and getting ready to switch to the 2012. He's going to be riding for Kerry Hart on that Hart and Huntington team.
Good for him. That was a gnarly wreck he took.
Yes, it was.
Glad he's all right. Back.
Looks like the Hill family might have a little something to celebrate here.
Well, and what's interesting, I mean, their father, I mean, he still rides pretty good, and so they get a lot of that skill and everything they've learned from their dad. You know, it's a whole family that rides.
And that's what it's all about. That's why we start. That's what's so one of the very cool things about this sport that we do. Look at that, man, dude. He's flowing.
The Big Rick, has he got anything on 2 wheels?
No, he's not.
Just a 4-wheel guy.
He wasn't that great. He's more of a four-wheeler guy. That looks like a cool jump right over there, over the tunnel there.
Yeah, I expected some riders to triple or do something different through there, but just kind of a double.
Yeah, if you do anything different, it'll mess you up for that last jump there. So, seen a guy going off the track in the background there. Back on. He didn't wreck. He just went off.
Justin Hill on his final lap on the Monster Energy Kawasaki Team Green entry.
So this is going to be a sweet win right here. This is a solid ride.
Bell, by the way, who won the first one, is running in 5th. Politelli, Thompson, Covington, and then Bell, the top 5. And there's a checkered flag. Moto number 2 for the Amateur All-Star class goes to Justin Hill in a big win here tonight, live on Vegas.
Yeah, it's pumped. Yeah, it's got to be so cool to race in an atmosphere like this amongst all these fans.
Yeah,
right in front of some of your riders you look up to. And
yeah, well, think about all these guys, you know, they're 14, 15, 16 years old right there. They're high-fiving each other. You think they're not stoked to be here at the Monster Energy Cup? We didn't have the opportunity to race an event like this.
No.
Man,
well,
so cool.
It was, you know, the first time you guys had that opportunity was when you went to Anaheim for the first race of the year. And, you know, so much pressure there. Here you get a taste of it in a bit of an easier, lighter environment. Gives you a chance to get a taste as you get ready to venture off into your pro career. We can see that Hill family resemblance there, right?
Yeah,
the bright
they
smile.
all look the same. It's cool. Yeah.
That's a good group of talented motocross riders right there. We're going to be calling them
Will
soon.
we make some history? Will Ryan Villapoto win the Monster Million? It's coming up.
After 10 months of competition, the final main event of 2011 is ready to go to the gate. One last chance for glory. Can Ryan Villapoto complete the sweep and capture the Monster Million? We will find out when our live coverage returns to Las Vegas right after the break.
Back here in Las Vegas, here are the results from the Amateur All-Star race number 2. Justin Hill taking a win. Austin